What's going on, guys? Just here back to my channel, and tonight is sorry is a late very night another very late night video and stuff. You already know so many times already. So yeah, we're gonna do first Smackdown and then Rampage, and that's it. So tomorrow, which is tonight, today's the Royal Rumble. So I did earlier after Rampage was over. I DVR'd for Collision, AEW Collision, so I'll watch that after Royal Rumble. So I think I'm gonna be too tired also. So if I feel too tired, I mean, if I do Royal Rumble review video on here, but if I don't do Collision the same night, I'll probably do it the next day for AEW Collision video. So I don't know, but anyways, if I don't feel too tired, because every time a wrestling pay per view finishes, I get so tired, and it's very tiring and stuff, and the previews are so long. So yeah. Anyways, let's get to it then. So we have a special guest on SmackDown during the show on the opening night and stuff. So Eladio Carrion introduces Randy Orton. Eladio Carrion, hope I said that right. The performer of the new RKO song that he performed on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon earlier this week, makes his way out from the back as we get our first shot inside the arena. Michael joins Corey Graves on commentary for this week's show, filling in for the recently released Kevin Patrick. Kevin Patrick. Karen gets in the ring and says, "We have an amazing show tonight." He then introduced Randy Orton. Orton gets on the mic and talks about the legendary Universal title reign of Roman Reigns being the reason for the lengthy success of the Bloodline in WWE. He talks about how he's going to put an end to that on Saturday night, which is today, when he beats him for the title. AJ Styles' theme hits, and out he comes. He tells Orton not to forget that it's not just Reigns in that match. He says if Orton is overlooking him, he's just one of many, and he'll remind everyone why that's a mistake in this weekend. Alien Knight's theme then hits, and out comes the megastar talking trash to both Orton and Styles. He talks about how it's interesting that he's got a match against the enforcer of the Bloodline just 24 hours before his title opportunity. He vows to beat him tonight. As Orton heads to the back, Styles and Orton are left alone in the ring. The Phenomenal One blasts the Apex Predator with a peel, peel, peel kick and leaves him laying to end the opening segment. Alright, so now the first match. Carlito versus Santos Escobar. The theme for Carlito hits, and out he comes, accompanied by the LWO duo of Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro. As he sells in the ring for our opening match of this week's show, we shift gears and head into a pre-match commercial break. When we return, we see Carlito in the ring awaiting the arrival of his opponent. The theme for Santos Escobar hits, and out he comes with Angel and Alberto. They remain at ringside, as so does the LWO. The bell sounds, and we're officially off from this one. Santos jumps into the early offensive lead, and then we head into a mid-match commercial break, like every time. When we return, we see Santos tear the shirt off Carlito and continue to pummel him. Carlito eventually fires up and takes over on offense as a crowd in Miami comes to life in the background. LWO and Legado del Fantasma and end up breaking out in a big brawl at ringside. Cruz del Toro hits a wild high splash to the floor, and then out of nowhere, Elektra Lopez from NXT superstar Elektra Lopez. I don't know who that is. I don't watch NXT. Hits the ringside and area and attacks Zelina Vega. The distraction allows Santos to pick Carlito for the win. So yeah, Santos Escobar won the match. Alright. Backstage, we see Jimmy Uso approach AJ Styles and tell him they have an opportunity to take out LA Knight tonight, which is good for Styles and the Bloodline heading into the Fatal 4-Way at Royal Rumble. The OC walk up after Uso leaves and asks Styles what was that about. He tells them none of their business and walks off as we head into another commercial break. Royal Rumble entry picks begin. We shoot backstage where where SmackDown GM Nick Aldis and NXT GM Ava Rain are standing by when they are approached by a number of superstars who begin rolling the tumbler to pick their entry number for this year's men's and women's Royal Rumble match. We return to a lengthy video package featuring Bayley talking about the origins of Damage Control and their mission heading into the Royal Rumble on Saturday. From there, we shoot to R-Truth picking his number and freaking out, but not understanding that it was his Royal Rumble entry spot. And he is so funny. Alright, the second match is Undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, who are the champions, versus the Kabuki Warriors. Now we return inside the arena where the theme for the Kabuki Warriors hits, and now comes Damage Control duo Asuka and Kairi Sane. There you go. They settle in the ring, and then the theme for their opponents hits, and out comes the reigning champions Kaden Carter and Katana Chance settle inside the square circle, and then the bell sounds to get this one officially off and running. We see some good back and forth action with neither team establishing any real lead until Carter and Chance hit dueling diving kicks to Asuka and Sane on the floor. On that note, we shift gears and head to a mid-match commercial break as this title continues. When we return, we see Asuka help her team take over. Sane adds to the punishment to the champs, but then Carter and Chance start to fight back as all for Raw at ringside. We see Carter and Chance hit their double team keg stand finisher off the ropes in the corner, but when they go for the pin on Asuka, Sane jumps in to break it up at the last possible second. The champs go for the after party, but Asuka and Sane hit double team action. We see Sane slam one half of the champs back first into the corner of the announce desk. Hard ouch. Back in the ring, the Kabuki Warriors double team the other member and hit a double team spot for the win. We have new champs. So yeah, winners are and new undisputed WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors. Alright, backstage we see Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and the wise man Paul Heyman standing around in the Bloodline locker room. Heyman tells Solo Sikoa he needs to send a message and have no mercy in doing so tonight. He smirks and says he will. Uso asks if he just smirked. He says that was scary. Heyman then closes in on Uso and Whisper hypes up by telling him how important Saturday night is. He tells him he needs to win the Royal Rumble and go on to beat Seth freaking Rollins for the other world title in WWE. Alright, so we get to a promo here, which is Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits go face to face with the Final Testament and stuff. I'm sorry, I'm picking my ears, I'm itchy. Back inside the arena, the team for Bobby Lashley hits, and out comes the Almighty One himself, accompanied by the Street Profits, duo Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. As the prize settles into the ring, we head to another commercial break. We see another Rumble ready commercial from Hulk Hogan teasing his possible participation in the 30-man Rumble bout on Saturday night. When we return, Lashley talks about how much he and the Profits have accomplished, and then tells the Final Testament to quit beating around the bush. And out come the fight. The Final Testament make their way out, but all of them except Scarlett stop at the top of the stage. Scarlett goes into the ring. Lashley asks if they have their lady do their fighting for them. Paul Ellering gets on the mic and puts on Karrion Kross and AOP Cross on the mic and says they are face to face, but they are fighting tonight. Face to face is when you get closer, but they were like on the stage. Man, a bunch of fucking cowards. but they are fighting tonight. Lashley says that's where he's wrong. He goes to find him, but Scarlet jumps on his back and scratches at his eyes crossed, and the AOP hit the ring. They do a 4-on-2 down at the of the Prophets, then do the same to the Almighty. They stand tall to end the face-to-face segment. All right, third match: Austin Theory versus Carmelo Hayes. We see Jimmy Uso enter the room with Aldous, Ava, and the golden tumbler. He rolls it up, opens it, and takes out his number. Apparently it's not good because he's not happy. Back inside the arena, Austin Theory's theme hits, and out he comes, accompanied by Grayson Waller. As Theory settles in the ring for his rematch against former NXT champion Carmelo Hayes, we shift gears and head to a quick pre-match commercial break. When we return, Hayes makes his way out and settles in the ring, and as Cole and Graves sing his praises on commentary, the bell sounds and we're officially off and running. So when Theory jumps into the early lead on offense, but spends too much time talking trash and taunting him, so Hayes takes over. Theory rolls out to the floor and reopens with Waller. Hayes heads out after him. Excuse me, I'm about to yawn. But the ref stops him. Theory then takes advantage and sucker chops Hayes in the throat. He throws him out to the floor to Waller, who blasts him with a cheap shot as we head into a mid-match commercial break. Once we return from the break, we see Waller getting involved at ringside again, leading to the finish. Hayes goes for a roll-up Theory, but Theory reverses and holds the tights for the win. Waller helps Theory with a post-match attack until Trick Williams runs out to make the save. Hayes goes to dap it up with him, but Trick tells him off mic he didn't come out for him. So Austin 31 match. Okay, the fourth match, which is the last match of the night before the Royal Rumble. We shoot backstage where Eladio Carrion talks about kicking off the show and then offers his prediction for Randy Orton and winning the Universal title at Royal Rumble. After that, we see the Bloodline walk in and intimidate him. He says he is predicting that, with all due respect, Paul Heyman tells Solo to give him a pass, then walk off. On that note, we head to another commercial break. When we turn, the theme for LA Knight hits, and out comes a megastar to the ring for the final match of the evening and the final bout leading up to this year's Royal Rumble Premium Live event on Saturday night at Tropical Field in St. Petersburg, Florida. The theme for his opponent hits, and out comes the enforcer of the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, accompanied by Paul Heyman, Jimmy Uso. The bell sounds and we're officially off and running with this one. Knight goes right after Solo early on, and fans chant "Yeah!" as each shot he throws lands. Solo fights back and pummels Knight into the corner of the ring. After some more back and forth, we see Solo settle into a comfortable offensive lead. On that note, we shift gears into a mid-match commercial break. As the action continues, when we return, we see Knight firing up for a combat only to be slammed down with authority by a Samoan drop for Sikoa. Knight starts to finally fire up on an offense, and then we see AJ Styles appear out of nowhere to cut his legs out from under him. The ref calls for the bell. Once the match is officially over, we see Styles continue to beat down Knight at ringside. Near the commentator, but Jimmy Uso comes over to help him. He grabs his steel chair and stands next to Styles. Styles sees him, and Uso looks nervous, so he sets the chair down and slides it into him. Solo walks over and punishes past Jimmy Uso. Jimmy, and tells AJ to finish Knight, or he will. Styles blasts Solo with chair, Randy Orton's theme hits, and out comes the Apex Predator to a massive pout. He begins taking out Jimmy Uso, and then slams Solo on the announce table on the floor. Orton does the draping DDT to Uso in the ring, and then ducks a phenomenal forearm from Styles. He hits him with the draping DDT as well. He drops down into Viper mode and pounds the mat, then blasts Styles with an RKO for a huge pop. He holds up one finger to say he's the one now. The crowd chants his name and his theme plays again. He poses on the corner, but then LA Knight hits him with his BFT finisher. His theme plays and then the show goes off. So yeah, it was a good match. I mean, good show. It was alright show and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, that was it for Smackdown, and the reason why right now I'm doing the one video at a time right now is because every time I exit, my camera goes off by itself. So I'm gonna have to do Rampage in different video. So when this videos get posted or you're watching it, Smackdown first if you want to. I don't care if you don't. But I'll be recording Rampage when this video is uploading and stuff. And yeah. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. If not, and yeah, see you all in the next video for Rampage. So laters.